we just see this tweet from Bob Mayo. The jury voted unanimously that Robert Bowers will be sentenced to death. So that verdict just came in the sentencing phase from Bob Mayo. We are able to report that now, confirmed from the courthouse, that Robert Bowers will be sentenced to death. This jury just rendering that decision.
Okay, and but Bob, I know that was something that you said that you were kind of leaning toward based on what they were going with on those mitigating factors. We're going to come back to you here shortly, but we also have Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Tom Garris, one of our many reporters covering this today, standing by downtown right outside of the courthouse. So Tom, what can you tell us out there?
Yeah, Kelly, this is the culmination of the trial, right? In this third phase of the trial, as in the second and the first, the jury has agreed with the prosecution's argument in this case. As Bob Mayo went through, they found in favor of those aggravating factors, right? 5 of them versus the 115 from the defense. So in the courtroom right now are family, friends, likely survivors as well, who are hearing the jury go through this as they have sentenced Robert Bowers to death. They have rejected the defense's arguments that Robert Bowers has severe mental illness, schizophrenia, and that his delusions played a role in this shooting that happened nearly 5 years ago. Kelly and Shannon.
And also, we are just learning that the jury will be polled. Tom Garris, you've covered homicide, murder trials before. I've covered them too. I've never been really covering anything like this when you talk about just the gravity of the situation, the horrific nature of this crime. When the jury gets polled, that is the defense basically making sure one by one they ask the jury, each member of that jury, one by one, to say out loud how they ruled. Now, we know that it must be unanimous, but the jury, the defense in this case, wants to hear that jury say one by one that they believe and have ruled that Robert Bowers should be sentenced to death. You have seen family members come in and out of this courtroom, family members of the 11 who were shot and killed. We also saw people testify. There were survivors in this case, individuals, Pittsburghers who were shot and survived, who testified in this case. It is hard to put into words, Tom, the emotion that a verdict on this sentencing will have right now, and that's what you're waiting to see. It's emotional for everyone involved.
Yeah, and we're hoping to hear from some people later today. Once the court will end today, we'll hope to hear from them as terms of reaction to this verdict. We just did a story yesterday here on Pittsburgh's Action News 4 talking about views on the death penalty, and there was a letter signed by a majority of the families back in 2021 to the Attorney General saying we don't want there to be a plea bargain in this case for life in prison. We want the federal government to pursue the death penalty. So we'll have to see what they say later today. But throughout the weeks of this trial, we've heard from so many of the survivors, their families, testifying to the loss that they have gone through after this attack. And we will hear from them later today. But as you heard, yeah, Bob saying that the jury has sentenced Robert Bowers to death.
Right. And Tom, as we were mentioning just a moment ago, they were polling the jurors who individually had to answer for themselves that they did stand by that decision. Bob just tweeted out all 12 jurors and the 5 alternates individually polled agreed that that verdict, which was a death sentence for Robert Bowers, was their verdict. So the judge is now thanking the jurors for their service. No doubt an incredible undertaking for those folks.